And hi guys and welcome to Gadget Reviews and to this official review of Far Cry 6 gameplay. So I'm personally very excited. We haven't heard a lot since the last trailer came out and you know why, the world situation. So now it's time to check this and hopefully it's gonna be interesting. Oh, we have a premiere! Let me lower the volume because that's very loud. Okay guys, can you hear it? And can you hear me? Actually, no, you can't hear it. Now you can. So yeah, let me know how is the sound of the premiere itself. So hi to everybody in the chat in the meantime. My Primarchs are all here. Clayton, Apple, Ivy, Zerichik, hi to you too. Are you guys excited? Are you? Let me know. Said hi to you too. So yeah, I'm personally excited. I played all the Far Cry games, well not all, but most of them. The bad thing is that I don't always finish them, although I like them. It's just that there's always another game that's like a priority for me, which is kind of unfortunate, but just how things happen sometimes, you know. The favorite one is actually Far Cry Primal because of just the setting was unique and the bow and the arrow and all of that. The last one I barely played, so maybe this is going to be the one that I finally finish. We'll see guys. I mean, this one looks more sophisticated, more interesting, so that's why I'm very excited to see if that is the case and what Ubisoft did this time. So let us see guys. Whew, yours too? Ah, that's awesome here, Clayton. Okay. Oh, we have our trailer. Why is there a 30 minutes count? Okay, I have to put the volume somewhat up for me. Are you kidding me? We have to wait 30 minutes? Is that the trailer or like what is that now? What the heck? Okay, well we're going to blab then for 30 minutes. Yara, the fictional world of Far Cry 6. That building is damn it, what was that building? It looks very familiar. Yeah, somewhere in South America, I think. Well, the whole trailer is a bit low in general. There's barely any music here. I guess that's like a on-top view of the city. Still looks so much like Far Cry, you know? What do you guys think? It reminds me of the previous game, kinda. I really want something different, and this looks like can be something different because you know the previous Far Cries, they were like basically almost continuations of each other in terms of style, and one of them was an actual continuation. I forget which one, the ones with the female villains basically. So I do want something that will make it feel different, you know, like a more like a brand new IP than a Far Cry game. Top 5 hidden gems? That's interesting. You know, different kinds of missions, not synchronizing with towers and the shooting maybe. If that feels better, I would not object to this. Well, Apple, they are very classic games, started like so many years ago before I even knew what gaming was. So they're good games overall, but they lack that X factor quality that I'm looking for sometimes so I can finish the game, you know, the game that makes you come back to it, makes you play it, just keeps you interested all the time, and you can't wait to get back so you can finish this mission or that mission. That is what I look for. That's what I call the it factor. So they almost have it for me, but you know, um, it's not like Assassin's Creed where my attention is always there, at least for me, because it's just one of my favorite franchises. And unlike a lot of people, I actually like the way that they changed it with the RPG elements and all of that. So I just can't get enough of that, and I want to get into it. Although I recognize the shortcomings that are actually a lot, but it still keeps you invested, playing, interested, all of that. And Far Cry is kind of like falls flat, It's good, it's interesting, and then but it's a bit generic. Oh, there's another game. Oh, okay, I'm gonna go play that one. That's how they feel, and the only game that really stuck with me, mostly like I've said, is Far Cry Primo, and that's probably because it was totally different from all the other games, because it took place in the caveman era, and like prehistoric animals and bows, bows and arrows. It was so very Flintstone, but in a serious way. So that is it was very appealing because I never played anything like it, and there's no weapons, there's just the bow. You have like spear, you have, other weapons. They're like the first weapons that man ever got, ever developed. So it was interesting. You can like ride a cat, a big cat, saber-tooth cat. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. And I was so close to finishing it, but I haven't still. Oh, I'm not I'm not born with a controller in my hands. No. I I got my first console rather late, you can say. I mean, a lot of other kids had consoles and I didn't have any. I tried a bit of PlayStation 2, and then I tried some PlayStation 3, and I got PlayStation 3 at the end of its life, basically. And then I sold it, I got 4. I played every exclusive possible, and I sold it and I got PlayStation 4. Then I sold it and I got PlayStation 4 Pro, and once again I sold it. I sold that too a few months ago when I found out that the PlayStation 5 is gonna come out. And yeah, I was quick to sell it so I can, get the most money out of it. And yeah, now I don't have a console. But what to tell ya, I may not actually have any console if all the games are gonna come out on PC, which is pretty much how things look like. That's news, by the way. If you haven't heard, Sony officially announced that all the games, all the exclusives, basically are going to come out on the PC because they have like 200% of profit from Horizon Zero Dawn, and the game is older now, so they cannot lose all hardware, and a lot of people still gonna get the console despite of the games being also on PC because they just prefer the console experience, which that's perfectly fine for Sony and for us, because if you're a PC gamer, you're still gonna get all the games and you're still gonna get that gaming experience. And I prefer to play on PC just because I can upgrade it, all of that, and the console is just an extra expense for me. So if I can skip that, gamepad or not gamepad, I don't care. I just want to play the games. So not having a console, it's a bit weird because I had consoles now for a few years, but I can live without that. We'll see how it goes because Uncharted 4 is confirmed for PC. The other Uncharted games, the trilogy, is in the list to be released, so that probably means that all the exclusives that are existed till now are going to be released, which is awesome. For those of you that haven't played them, I'm not gonna replay them on PC, but it's an amazing thing to have. Before 1 year, I was saying, oh, Sony will never do such a thing, and that was really the case back then. But now when Microsoft proved that they can still sell their hardware and have the games on PC at the same time, there's really it's no brainer not to release the games, because they're gonna you know, make a ton of money on the games, a lot more than they're going to make on the hardware, and in the hardware department they're already losing money. So yeah, I have nothing against that. More power to them. And that way I should not have to get a console, but my guess is that they're going to release the exclusives first on the PlayStation, maybe for a few months to a year, and then they're gonna come on PC. So that can be an issue if I want to stream, let's say, God of War 5 and God of War 5, I think it's 5 on the number, or God of War, damn it, I forgot which number it should be, but yeah, the next God of War Ragnarok, I think that was the official title. Yeah, if that is like 1 year delayed on the PC, yeah, that's not gonna help me. So if I want to stream it, I have to get the PlayStation. But we'll see, guys, we'll see. There's at least 1 year, at least, until the consoles are actually in stock and they have all the conductors to manufacture them and all of that. So until then, they're all going to be in a deficit. So there's that, and I'm not in any hurry whatsoever. I'm gonna be bummed out about Horizon, not being able to play it right away, but other than that, I cannot afford just to throw so much money away just for that game. I can wait a bit for that. I better upgrade my PC, which is gonna cost me 3 PlayStations, so I have to gather money for that. 3 or 4 PlayStations, but it's gonna last me a lot, so I will wait for the hardware to, you know, get out of its beta stage of the current technologies that are like now in beta stage. That's gonna happen still in 1 or 2 years time, so have time. I'm patient. Better wait than, you know, get it like super fast and then oh, but I don't have the next gen ray tracing or something. You cannot outrun the technologies, but you can at least get them when they're a bit more mature and in their stage of development and not like they're now, you know, beta versions. Okay, let me read what your guys are saying because I got into a topic here. Yeah, Zericho was born with a keyboard, yeah. Yeah, dear Clayton, we're... Yeah, it's a bummer that I really didn't finish it. They can always finish it, but... that's always what happens when I cannot finish a game, but I have another one on my hands and I have to start that. There's always this you know, moment where okay, there's once again a game that I have to leave this one for that one, so it's a bummer, but I have to. Oh, Maria, Judith, hi to you. Puerto Rico, amazing. Well, good morning to you. Here is good evening, almost 8 p.m. actually. The sky is dark. Where? Is it raining? Because here is almost a storm for the past few days. Atari 800. I only heard about those consoles, but I never seen them in person. I'm not sure if we had those in Bulgaria actually. Oh, you are set. You couldn't care less about the game. Really? Well, whatever the reason, I'm always grateful for your support. Final Fantasy, first Xbox 360 game. Yeah, I also had Xbox. I sometimes forget to mention that. For those of you that watch me for a while, you know. But yeah, I also had 360. But there's almost nothing that they couldn't play on PC there, so yeah. I saw that first. It was, well, pretty much useless compared to the PlayStation 3 at that time. Just because, once again, I had a PC. If I only was with the consoles, 360 could have be like useful, but not really. And back then, the best exclusive was like Red Dead Redemption on Xbox, but I actually didn't like the game very much. I mean, it wasn't my thing. Back then I wasn't really in RPGs. I was a bit bored, and yeah, I never got into that game. Yeah, FPS is best with the PC. I mean, it's best with the mouse and keyboard. That's pretty much affect the accuracy of the mouse. That is just point and shoot, and with the joystick I'm like, I mean with the gamepad, but I always call it joystick. With the gamepad I'm like, I'm gonna get ya, I'm gonna get ya, now I'm gonna, I am getting you, poof. And it's like this far from the target. So not as bad, but you know, the aiming is so much slower compared to a mouse. And that's why some people get certain devices that they install on the PS4 for, like, for instance PS4, because I don't know if the PS5 is gonna support that, but there are certain devices for this, so you can actually play with a mouse and keyboard on the PS4. And then I wonder why everybody are headshotting me in a second. Although I know that they're playing on the console and it's not crossplay. That's another topic. Oh yes, Optic. Confirmed. Uncharted. It's only Uncharted 4 for now, just to mention that once again, because it's the newer game, I guess, but all the others are gonna come soon. Yeah, there's sometimes too many games set, that's also true. Not enough time, that's correct. And if the game cannot give you that particular thing that you're looking for, like I said, that X factor, it's just a bit annoying. Like for instance, the other Ubisoft game, Tom Clancy, the last one, not the Division, the other one. I don't know why the name escapes me, but I bought it. That was so exciting for me, but now I can't touch it because it was not optimized. It was not really that interesting. I actually want to continue it, but I'm just sad that I gave money for that game. Let's just like abbreviate it to that. I'm just sad about that. Oh, that's well, very true. That is great. I mean about the 360. Oh, game tester. That's so cool, Apple. You mean FPS set? Oh, you're aiming for Canada. I never got into Crisis. I've played it a bit, but I just got bored. It didn't have even half of the factor that I'm looking for. What to tell ya? And the graphics are amazing, but they're very heavy and not optimized. And even the new Crisis, I tried it, couldn't get into it. So yeah, Crisis for me, just not. The campaign, I just don't like it. I can play Call of Duty, like the campaigns. I love the campaigns of Call of Duty for the most part. They keep me invested, keep me interested. But Crisis, no. Like the best FPS that I can remember for a few years was Juarez Gunslinger. Yes, I don't know if I can like this game now because it's like pretty old game, but that's like the first game that I ever record the gameplay of for YouTube. And then Assassin's Creed creating. And that's a cowboy game, and I don't even like cowboy games. But I love that one because the shooting, how it felt for the FPS was amazing. And speaking of amazing, one of the very first games that I ever played was Sin Episodes Emergency. Once again, the feeling was awesome. I tried it 2 years ago because of nostalgia, but it was extremely wooden, like a wood, wooden. It wasn't good feeling. So what I remember, or what we remember sometimes as a gameplay experience, is not actually how we're gonna feel now, but for the time that game gave me amazing memories, especially for an FPS. No, it's not Rainbow Six. Wildlands. Thank you, dear Clayton. It was Wildlands, yes. Okay, what else, guys? You mean RTS, real-time strategy? Okay. Sorry, you know how my mind is not very much into strategies, and that's why I just couldn't think of it. I have no idea. Zach, not Cloud. I don't remember the names. Okay, now the topic is pizza optic. Well, Seth, what to tell you? I recently watched the whole history of Call of Duty, and it's amazing how everything started. Is here on YouTube. I don't remember the name of the channel. I think it was Nick something. Maybe if you type Nick in the search bar and Call of Duty history, you're going to see this amazing documentary about how it all started. You know, the devs that created Medal of Honor actually split and created their own studio and created Call of Duty, and then they were bought, I think, by Activision. No, sorry, by EA. Ugh, I'm not sure. It was a big studio, maybe it was EA. And then they started making Call of Duty, and it was absolutely revolutionary for the time. Then they did some that were exclusive only for the PS2, and then later on for the PS3. So I didn't know personally that there were several, not one, not two, not three, but I think at least four Call of Duty exclusives for the PS2 and PS3, and different engines had to be used for the PS2, I think for the PS3, so it can fit the console and also it can be optimized for that, and the PC graphics were more advanced, as they are usually, but back then it was really, obvious. So for the PS3 it looked like worse than for the PC, like really worse. For the PS2, of course, way worse. And it was amazing how some of those game mechanics that were invented back then for the game, and even the multiplayer, which was right there from the start, the same things are now here. So it was absolutely fascinating to see that whole progress and decline in recent years, when they got into the whole space opera kind of a thing, and they had to go back to their roots in World War One or two, I forget. But I played all the last Call of Duties before Call of Duty, damn it, there's so many. Advanced Warfare before that, Black Ops, damn it. Okay, I played all the Call of Duties for the last 5 years, let's say. That's the easiest way. Yeah, well, you have a lot of cowboy games actually. Yeah, Command and Conquer, yes. Yeah, huge, exactly, Ivy. Absolutely, I had the same thing that the documentary said, and there's the same. I mean, there's even longer. I mean, that's like an hour and something, but there's even longer GTA and how GTA was created documentary on the same channel, and it's absolutely amazing. It was actually created in the early 90s and then started from there, like a super simple game. But I mean, super simple for today's standards, obviously, but back then it was still revolutionary, and they had to figure out so many things, how to do them, and how cars are driven, and how they react to the world, and how to build a world, because it was like 2D and then became 3D. Then one of the developer just left, and there are he went to create a totally different studio, and the others were there, and there some of them, or if not all of them, were self-taught programmers. So that's just mind-blowing on itself. And later on, like much later on, Rockstar bought them basically, and yeah, the rest is history. And we're still waiting for freaking GTA 6, damn it. Can't wait to see a trailer of that. It's been like far too long time coming. But I think that they were busy with Red Dead Redemption 2, and that's why we are in this state. Okay, let me catch up. Oh, that doesn't sound well, Apple. Yes, Cold War is the latest one, which actually, that reminds me, I didn't get that one. That's the first COD that I'm not playing. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it was very expensive, and then what happened? Yeah, I just forgot about it. Oh, good God. I really want to play the campaign. I heard that it was pretty unique, because I'm most interested in the campaign. I'm not interested in the multiplayer. It gets old so fast, and just doesn't give me anything that I'm actually looking for. Not to mention the battle royale. No, just not interested at all. I prefer Battlefield in that regard. I mean, I prefer Battlefield actually. I mean, Battlefield 1, Battlefield 5, in terms of campaign. Sometimes I do prefer Battlefield in terms of actually gunplay, how everything feels. It's more impactful than Call of Duty, and the engine is better. Visually, it looks amazing. The same engine with Star Wars Battlefront. Just awesome engine. Now, of course, we have a newer engine with Call of Duty, which also looks great. But when you get to the multiplayer, it looks horrible. And when you get to the single player, it looks great. Where Battlefield looks great there and here, and actually did a side-to-side comparison of the two games, the latest games that was maybe a year ago, and you can see directly some of the differences this way. Half the screen Call of Duty and half the screen Battlefield. What the hell is happening? Somebody is ringing on the door. I don't know who that can be, but I have someone to replace me to open the door, so hopefully it's nothing. We have 5 minutes here. That just freaks me out when somebody is ringing when they're not supposed to be ringing. Reading. What is that? Game the maker font first. Ah, okay. I hope I don't have a visitor. I'm not supposed to be having any visitors. At least it's something from the building. You know. But it's like the 28th, so they're not supposed to be coming now. 4 minutes. Okay. Let me see if I can go check, guys. So I'm just gonna hide the camera and mute the mic and go back. 4 minutes, okay. Let's see if it works first. Yay! Okay, let me see. Okay, so it turns out that some teenagers actually were for the neighbors, but they are ringing on my door. So yeah, awesome time to spook me. I have a pupil, pupil, yeah. So I can look through that. Don't worry. Yeah, it did vanish, but I'm here. I mean, I was gone for like, what, 30 seconds? If even? But we are almost there, guys. We are almost there. 2 minutes, 50 seconds. Thinking of that, I have to check how much, you know, the Call of Duty costs now. Not that I'm gonna get it right now, because I have Necromunda. We have Necromunda just like 3 days from now, so we have that to look forward to. And I will have an FPS to play with a campaign. So yeah, I really hope that's good. I hope it's pretty big. I mean, I love a big map. I don't know for you guys, but I personally love when the world is like really big. Like Assassin's Creed, you know, the map is huge, but when you play the game and you spend a lot of time in it, you don't really feel that it's that big. So kind of feel like I want it to be a bit bigger. And some people say that, oh, it's too big, or it's like, well, I don't see that. I mean, you have fast travel, you can go with your horse and just look at the sights, which are a lot. And yeah, there's some amazing places to visit, especially with Assassin's Creed. You have Ireland, if you bought the DLC. You have, well, England, Norway, and Finland, which is America basically. There the map is really small, so I don't mind at all. I love it because each and every one of these territories is very different, and it has different characters and different missions and different resources to acquire, so you can get different upgrades. Perfectly like pleased with that. So what to tell ya, I prefer the bigger map. Oh, the sea was also great. Well, I would say, Zericha, just wait for the 4000 series. You're gonna be better off with the technology, like I've said, establishing itself better and getting some kind of a footing that's gonna be relevant for the next few years. And now it's just the beta version, like I said. Hello Kitty nunchucks. I don't even... I mean, I only heard about Hello Kitty, but I'm not into these things, so I don't have that, no. I only have badass real nunchucks and swords. Okay guys, I hope this is it. Putting the volume a bit higher. Hope you can hear me. I totally love the smoke. The smoke is amazing. I'm gonna put myself a bit higher actually. Okay. Oh, okay, this now is a trailer.
Señor Presidente,
what can true Yarans do to serve Yara?
True Yarans have long memories. We remember how so-called civilized nations treated us when we needed them most.
Are you concerned about the terroristas who call themselves Libertad?
Okay, that was awkward.
You're an orphan, see? Why do you want to run? Remember, Danny, Castillo has kept you an orphan.
I only see you. So why are you here?
I watched Castillo order a whole boat of our people shot to death. And I want to know who's going to help me take him down.
Okay.
That looked
Castillo's got,
weird.
what, 300,000 troops? I count 6 burnt-out guerrillas, and you with a bullet to the leg. You can shoot, so shoot.
You have rules. You might kill, but you're no killer.
You know I'm not a guerrilla, right?
Everything got another purpose.
That usually work.
50-50.
So we have a female character.
Those eyes, Danny. I know exactly who you are.
I am nothing like you.
Okay, that's surprising. Was that it? Okay. Oh, hello.
Hi there, I'm Navid Khaveri, Narrative Director of Far Cry 6, and I'm so excited to represent our team and finally show you our game in action. With Far Cry 6, we're going to throw you into our most ambitious open world yet, Yara, an island deep in the heart of the Caribbean. filled with rich tropical ecosystems alongside decaying urban landscapes. Yara is an island of contrasts. Isolated and frozen in time for over 50 years after a violent revolution cut it off from the rest of the world, it now finds itself on the verge of collapse. Last year, we introduced you to Yara's Presidente, Anton Castillo, with an amazing performance by Giancarlo Esposito.
A Castillo must be a lion, for Yara is full of lambs.
The reception we've had to Anton and Diego has been incredible, and we're just getting started. Anton is a man hell-bent on returning Yara to his idea of its former glory. And while his motivations are far more complex than they seem, the cost of his vision will be paid in blood.
If a dog refuses to break, then we must put them down.
To achieve his dream for Yara and his son Diego, Anton has clamped down on freedoms, instituted brutal social reforms, and cast anyone who speaks out against him into forced labor. His oppression of the Yaran people has pushed the island to the brink of revolution.
When tyranny is law, revolution is order.
Yara, once considered a jewel of the Caribbean, is now a powder keg. And you are the match. Your name is Danny Rojas, and you'll experience the revolution through Danny's eyes right from the beginning. Born and raised in Yara's capital city, you're a young military dropout who wants nothing to do with Anton or the revolution. You just want to get the hell out of Yara. But once you're face to face with Anton's brutality, you realize that the only chance to live free is to lead an army of guerrillas into a new revolution, with the very soul of the island at stake.
And I need you here with us, man.
At the start of your journey, you'll get to pick your identity and customize your look while you navigate the ranks of the guerrilla movement.
Huh.
Every aspect of the game has been developed with the goal to make you feel like a guerrilla fighter, battling an asymmetric war against Anton and his army. The guerrilla fantasy is all about making one guerrilla feel like 1,000. Embracing this was at the core of how we crafted our gameplay, our world, and the characters you'll meet along the way. In Yara, you'll find other guerrillas, black market dealers, and everyday Yarans who each have their own reasons for joining the cause, including our friendly guerrilla Juan Cortez, a master of invention, an architect of revolution. He's our guerrilla teacher.
Okay, and gun
Class
supplier.
starts now.
Riding horses. Perfect.
Guapo, you listen. Rule 16. A guerrillero's revolution never ends. Always another war, another cantina, another ugly bartender.
Juan Cortez,
What do you think gave it away, Guapo?
this is a fucking waste of time.
Whoa.
Can you whistle?
What?
Nah, you can't whistle.
Is that the dog?
Bad, Danny, but we're just getting started. Rule number 1. A good guerrilla is a hidden guerrilla.
Muerto el perro, se acabó la rabia.
We lead our operations in secret camps across the country.
Is that literally in third person?
Guerrillas live, train,
Or you just have a show?
Pack. We go in, grab our people, kill whoever gets in our way.
by smuggling in supplies. You'll add some piss and fire to our movement.
You got that right.
Camp chef,
Forgot to stop
market
my
dealers.
sound.
These safe havens got everything a guerrilla needs. Even do-it-yourself vehicles.
Oh, that's
You're
great.
gonna love it, Danny. Rule number 2. A good guerrilla masters their environment. This land is your home, Danny. I'm sure you know every inch of it. From the bloodthirsty jungles,
Bow.
postcard shorelines, the dead-end towns, and our friendly capital city. How you get around is up to you.
Good girl.
Awesome.
If you want to play it safe, take our secret paths carved in the dirt of old revolutions. Hola, Dani.
How you doing?
Or
So
take
there
a risk
is
and operate in plain sight of Castillo's
a
assholes.
third-person option somehow when
Go
you
ahead and
write.
hide your weapons to blend in. Bribes,
What do you got?
sabotage, interceptions. You don't always need to be a loudmouth, Danny.
Christmas trees? Do you even grow those here?
Mexicans pay crazy money for this. How you think el presidente funded Maria's new face?
Okay. Go through.
Rule number 3. Fucked up situations call for fucked up solutions.
Hey, he's not here.
If you expected reinforcements, I got news for you. You're an army of one against an army of thousands. When shit gets real, we make use of whatever we have. We call that resolver. That means absolutely everything from sardine cans, goddamn batteries, to old motorcycle engines has been built into equipment.
That's nuts.
And some very unique, deadly weapons.
Oh my gosh, Macarena. Oh no, that is crazy. With discs, with CDs. No, that's not. I can't believe it.
The Supremo backpacks.
Can't even process it.
And by yours truly. Each one will make you feel and fight with the power of a goddamn guerrilla army.
So it gets in third person when there's a special move or
You
something.
and I both know. You want this. For a guerrilla, the shit my pants rush of an ambush, the taste of sweet victory after you freed your people from tyrants.
It's fun.
It's gonna be huge.
Oh, and the final rule. A good guerrilla always brings a friend along for moral support.
Seriously. That muffin is gonna be eaten by the
So there
crocodile.
you have it. Far Cry 6 will be available on October 7th on PC and consoles. We hope you enjoyed this first glimpse of gameplay. We have a lot more coming soon that we can't wait to share with you. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.
October, okay? At least it's this year. Ah, that was it. That was it, guys. Yeah. Well, it was pretty awesome. Yeah, I would say it was pretty freaking awesome. What do you think? Oh, let me stop that. Yeah. I already covered this, so yeah. Yeah, what do you think? I think this game's gonna be pretty big. I mean, it looks like the process between kinda growing up, decide to go against this guy, I mean, Castillo, and then getting the gear, organizing everything. I mean, that's gonna take time, at least how I see it. To an extent. It's not gonna be in real time, you know? Yeah, just take my money now. No need. I mean, it's better to wait for first gameplays, reviews, not to look amazing and then to turn out to not be, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a solid game, at least. Maybe not exactly with the it factor, but who knows, maybe this is gonna be the one to do it, for me at least. But yeah, graphics looks great. You can be male or female. There's some third-person view from time to time, which I can appreciate, because what the heck is the point of customizing your character if you never see your character? So, yeah, just like in Crisis when, I mean, where you can't see the freaking amazing gear, armor that you have, which is one of the coolest looking armors ever. And you can't even freaking see it. Yeah, Dying Light, we saw it, yes. So they're both amazing. Yeah, I also didn't expect the female option, but that's great. I mean, once again, doesn't matter, just hands. Like I said, hands, and from time to time you see a character. I'm not sure what I'm gonna pick. Most of the times I just pick the male character, but we'll see. So guys, I'm gonna leave you for now. If I'm gonna stream again, but although I'm freaking tired from all those streams these days, but I have some time, so we'll see. I'm gonna think about it. But anyway, you're gonna see it if I stream. Yeah, Ubisoft does need to pull out a good game. The most successful game is Assassin's Creed Valhalla right now. But another one that is solid is gonna be good. So guys, thank you very much for watching. As always, if you'd like to support me, check out links down below to my OnlyFans where I do my meaningful sex educational content plus fitness, health, physique updates. And till very soon guys, with me, Gary G Reviews. Bye bye.